Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your girl Tanya, Lady T, and this is another edition of All Aboard. Let's get on this train, y'all. I hope everybody is doing well, and as I like to say and speak into everyone's life, soak up those godly daily benefits. Amen. Listen, I did want to come on and talk about something a little bit serious, and as it pertains to helping people. As you all know, I have been very vocal about what me and my family are going through. Again, just like any other family, we have issues. And I think it's important, and this is just my opinion, I think it's important that a family coming together, talking with one another, because my issue is, are you telling me that we could have helped or avoided a situation all because we didn't sit down and just have a conversation about it? How many relationships have been destroyed within a family unit? And it might not necessarily have to be your immediate family. It could be, whether it be co-workers, good friends, good business networking acquaintances that you may have. And are we that stubborn? Are we that social media dependent that we don't know how to sit down and talk to one another? Oh sure, it's easy to sit behind a keyboard and go off and give people the business. But what are your talking skills? What are your, let's get eyeball to eyeball, forehead to forehead, nose to nose, and really talk about some things? Because if I say something to you via social media behind a keyboard, I don't get an opportunity to see your reaction, other than you may come back at me harshly via email or via social media. The human element, the compassion, the empathy goes away when you get behind the keyboard. For some, not all. But at least if we're face to face and I say something, I can look at your reaction to say, okay, based on her or his reaction, let me curb that response with a more soft answer, so I'm not creating rage in a person. And like I've said before, social media is a beautiful thing. I mean, you have information at your fingertips with a click of a mouse or a keystroke of a finger. But so many times I have recognized, even in my own family, that a lot of things can be resolved if we all just sit together and have a conversation. And there are families, relationships, business networking relationships that have been utterly destroyed, null and void, because we don't have the skills to just sit down and have a conversation about it. Now, we may say, listen, that's their business. I'm not trying to get into their business. But I'm talking about a situation where you see your loved one, you see your girlfriend, you see a business associate getting ready to go into a ditch. And if you don't have the integrity or the character or the love for that person to be able to say tactfully, tactfully tell that person, you're wrong. Or guess what? Why don't you pursue this? This is something that you've been wanting to do. What's wrong with having a conversation? Again, learning how to use tact, learning how to talk to people so it does not create wrath or rage in their hearts. I think that's something we can do. So I just wanted to come on and talk about that element. Communicate. And then on the other hand, you might have a meeting or, a family meeting, and you say, okay, where are you at in your life? And I'm specifically, for right now, talking about young men, young adult men. Where are you in your life? What are you trying to accomplish? And as a family, what's wrong with all of us collectively helping to say, okay, this is what I can do to help you? Because what happens is, too many times, some of our young men and young women, they wait till everything hit the fan, and then it's almost like a forced emergency to help. You put people in your family in positions where it leaves them bitter, and you don't talk for 5-10 years because you've jacked them up. You've continually over and over put people in positions where they've got a knot in their throat. They don't even want to be around you because you're constantly not handling your business. So, on the other hand, if you have extended all that to a particular person or family member and they still are not doing correctly, and you find yourself constantly trying to salvage this person, constantly trying to bail this person out, constantly trying to shield, constantly receiving their BS, if you will, you're constantly taking in their lies, and you've put in your head, oh well, maybe it is this way this time, because you've helped this person so much that you feel like you've built such a powerful rapport with this person, your own family member, and they're constantly jacking you up. And I'm talking about, it could be just one person that's wreaking havoc in your whole family. You got this one person causing and creating all these issues and problems and scenarios, and you got 10 people adjusting to that one person, got everybody jacked up in limbo. Because that person is a pathological liar, they're telling you that they've got to do this and got to do that, and then you find out later that wasn't the case. That was just a lie. That was just a fabrication because they wanted to do what they wanted to do. How can I want it worse than you do? How can I want you to do better than your own self to do better? And I'm being serious. It's time out that, even as Christians, we say, we're supposed to forgive, and that's absolutely right. But I'm not going to be your doormat just because I love the Lord, just because I know it's better to give than to receive, so to speak. But you mean to tell me I'm helping you, I'm rearranging and remixing my whole life to help you, and you're constantly lying because you want to do what you want to do? You ain't made no adjustment. The only adjustment that you made is the lie that come out of your mouth. That's the only adjustments that you're making. You're not making any type of sacrificial justifications. You're not making any type of okay, let me see what I can do to help myself. No. The only adjustment you are making is the lies that you tell to get what you want. And not only are you doing it to one person, you're doing it to everybody in your family. and everybody's eating your stuff like puppy chow. But time out for all of that. And even we, the family members, we got to come out of denial. I'll be the first one to raise my hand. I got to come out of denial and say, wait a minute. Honestly, we all need to come to ourselves like the prodigal son. You know, he wanted his inheritance right then and right there. So he went out there and did what he wanted to do, to the point to where he found himself eating in the hog pen. And that's how I sometimes feel. That I've taken so much and taken so much from a particular family member or a person, that I'm trying to help you. I find myself now in the hog pen, whereas I had a good savings, or I had my stuff together. Now I'm letting my stuff go lacking to help your tail out, and then you turn around and lie. And I'm trying to help you, and you ain't making no adjustments, but you telling a different lie, and I'm sitting back taking it, hoping, oh, it's going to get better one day. Trying to be faithful. Oh, I can still do all that. I can still be faithful and pray for your deliverance, but not at my own demise. The Lord addeth to us and maketh us rich, but he doesn't add any sorrow. So you're not adding to me. I'm in sorrow now. I'm in sorrow. So here it is. You got one person wreaking havoc in the whole family. When one person won't do something in the family, then you go to another family member. And so you just playing checkers all over the checkerboard. You're playing chess. And everybody is lifestyle and life is turned upside down, topsy-turvy, because one person don't do what they need to do. And so, like I said, I had to come to a point, and I'm serious. These are real issues, y'all. What I'm telling you, this is real stuff. We play this patty cake bakers, man. Roll them up, pull them in the pan. We do all this stuff with our certain family members. And you have to begin to look around and say, wait a minute. Let me pick up my shoes. Let me pick up my pocketbook. And let me put my feet on this ground and penetrate this pavement and get to stepping. Because guess what? I'll be daggone. I'm going to sit up here and do all I can. I'm taking over this note. I'm taking over this mortgage to help you get ahead. And you sitting up here lying? And I'm trying to help you? Oh, no. I had to come to myself. And some of us, we need to come to ourselves and get up out the hog pen, eating, and get to stepping. And say to yourself or to that person, no. Let me tell y'all something. No is a wonderful word. And listen, y'all, when I tell y'all I'm the most generous, giving person, because I was young, I did some dumb, stupid, God almighty, I thank you today. I did some dumb, stupid mess. I'm sure we all have sat in that seat. But I did some dumb stuff, and Lord knows folk in my family helped me out of some dumb mess. But then I started my first works over. And what does that mean? I learned from those mistakes. And I knew the next time I got my own place in my apartment, pay your rent. When I got out of that situation, I got my own house and was paying my own mortgage. I paid my mortgage. I paid my light bill. I paid my water bill. I left them shoes in the store. I left that dress on the rack and took care of my business. See, that's the difference. You learn. You take heed to the things in your childhood. But I'm talking about grown, rusty, dusty. I know we have to help our children. I know we have to guide them and show them the way. But I'm talking about old rusty dusty jokers that got dirt in the crevices of their kneecaps. I'm talking about these type folk. And then, like I said, you got one person causing all this happen. You got everybody in your family strolled from here to there, helping you, and you just sitting back eating Fruit Loops. You ain't made not the first adjustment that you help your own self. So like I said, it's going to come to a place that, yes, as a family, get a plan. Get your loved ones together and say, listen, I can't keep having these jack-in-the-box surprises that you putting on us with problems. What you got going on? What kind of financial problem are you in? What kind of legal problem? Come to the table and put it all out here. Forget you don't want nobody to know your business. I got to know your business if I'm going to be shelling out this and that. Or I got to miss work to take you to this county or that county because you got to be the court. I mean, stuff like that. Where you at? Because see, every week you come in with some issue. Come. We all need to come sit down at the table. We need to know your business now. Because we need to know where you're at. Because if I'm going to help you, I need to know the full scope. Because it could be that I could help you. Help you get all the way out of some mess you got yourself in. But I can't keep having these surprises. So I need to know what I need to remix on my end to help you out. So number one, I think, yeah, as a family, sometimes we need to come together and say, listen, where are you at? What goal are you trying to achieve? And this is what I can do to help you achieve that goal. Okay? If you need $500 and it'll erase your problems, then at least as a family, this sister might can give 150. I might can give 300. The other person might can give 100, and get yourself situated. But this knowing that you got a $500 bill and you say, can I have 100 this week? And it might necessarily have to even be money. But I'm just giving an example. You coming to me every other week needing this. Just tell me what it is that you need, and as a family, let's try to help this person out. You know, I'm reminded on that Mary, episode where, her husband, confessed that he was cheating on her while she was on the road. So he told her this, and then a month later he told her, well, it wasn't just one affair, it was multiple affairs. And I'm like her. Listen, give it all to me at one time. Don't make me bleed. I'm getting over the initial shock the first time you tell me. Then you gonna reopen up the wound and make me bleed again? Come on now, that ain't about nothing. So with your family, you have to tell them, listen, let me know where you at. What kind of mess you done got yourself into? So we all can collectively look at your situation and jump in and help you out of some mess. Because when you don't communicate about things in the family, it does nothing but escalate and compound. The problem compounds itself. So number one, if we know all your foolishness and all your mess you got yourself in, at least we know we can work toward it if possible. And then again, we as family members, the people that are always coming to people's rescue, and again, I know in some instances it may be absolutely necessary. Something medically could be going on with a family member. They can't physically help themselves. I understand that too. But I'm talking about folks who are healthy and can get up off their rump stump and get to stepping and do what they need to do to handle their business. That's what I'm talking about. And again, we as family members, we need to sometimes come out of denial, get off that train, and come to ourselves and say, wait a minute. You got to have a wait a minute moment. And when they act like they don't want to do right and they constantly lying to you because they don't want to make no adjustments, they want everybody else around them to make the adjustments, and they don't, again, they sitting there eating Fruit Loops. That's when we as a family have to say, okay, that's when you say, I'm taking back my pearls. I'm not throwing my good stuff. I'm not going to throw that to you. Like the scripture said, throwing your pearls to the swine. I'm no longer going to throw my pearls. I'm going to clutch my pearls and grab my pocketbook and get to stepping. That's what I'm going to do. So again, like I said, I know I'm wide open and passionate about that thing, but I see over and over, time and time again, like I said, in my own family, stuff gets so jacked up because we don't sit down and just have a conversation. And that's all sometimes that is needed. Because your uncle over here, he might can help you do this part. I can help you do that part. And in 6 months or less, your situation is done. It's taken care of. But when you don't open your mouth and say something, things compound, and then you get more issues on top of the original mess you had to start with. So anyway, I'm just being repetitive and rambling at this point, but like I said, I don't even know what the title of this video, but I'm just saying, we as a family, we got to do better for one another. We always are going to go through things, but let's go through things all on one accord with an understanding of what the outcome will be. Amen. Anyway, God bless you. We got a Memorial Day weekend coming up. Everybody getting prepared for that. And I pray that everybody have a safe and happy Memorial Day. And for anybody whose loved ones are not going to be with us because they've passed away on certain holidays, my prayers go out to you, and that the Lord continue to heal and keep your heart in His hands. Amen. But anyway, I love y'all. God bless you, and may the peace of the Lord be with you.